I'm in my storage locker, and look what I found, a rat. You don't live here. You look like a dog, but you got frog legs. You don't live here. Go home. Beat it. In this video, we'll be taking a ride in the 2016 Toyota Camry. And over here on our left is competition for the Toyota Camry, the Kia Optima. And we'll be looking at this car first. This was the upgraded turbo model. This is a sharp looking car. Certainly the red metallic paint and optional wheels make it look even better. Plenty of room in the rear trunk. The base engine is a 2.4 liter, putting out 185 horsepower, hooked to a 6-speed automatic, rated at 24 mpg in the city and 35 on the highway. Optional is a 1.6 liter turbo, putting out 178 horsepower with a 7-speed automatic. And the top engine is what we have here, a 2 liter, putting out 245 horsepower, hooked to a 6-speed automatic, rated at 27 mpg in the city and 32 on the freeway. There is no V6 option. The 2 liter turbo takes the place of that. Now we can look at the cabin, and the rear seats have plenty of room for 2 full-size adults, maybe 3. Here's a view of the cabin from the rear. We get a nice gauge cluster with lots of useful information. Paddle shifters on the steering wheel. Radio controls that are simple to use, as well as a simple climate control system with real knobs, a giant glove box, and a large center console. I've got 3 dislikes here. Number 1, every time you turn the engine off, you get this very annoying chime. I really don't want to hear that. Secondly, the rocker panel bodywork under the door, way too wide. I'm constantly running my leg on this. Dirt, mud. Got to keep it clean. And my third complaint has to do with the shape of the doors. Notice how they veer off to the left here. So you come out on a dark night not paying attention. Pow! Gets you right in the face. Now, in all fairness, I don't know anyone that's had this happen to them with the Kia Optima, but I know a lot of people that have had this happen to them with duplicate designs on other brands of cars, so this is something you have to watch out for. So enough about the doors. We're going to take this out and start driving it. And the first thing to do is to take these headlights out in the dark and see how they perform. The sun's gone down, so let's give it a shot. From a distance of 100 feet, these are the low beams. Excellent. High beams, plenty of light. Excellent again. Here we have high beams on a building 300 feet away. Again, excellent light. Low beams. Reaches out quite a long distance. Very impressive. Most cars in this class come with a V6 engine with a bit more power, therefore they're quicker. But this turbo engine has lots of torque at low speeds, so in the real world it actually performs better. The response is definitely there. This engine has plenty of pep. The brakes perform quite well too. And the suspension has a very comfortable ride, even when going over these speed bumps. There's another one. Didn't even feel it. Another one. Oh, felt that one. One option I really liked was the 360-degree camera system. Great when you're trying to park in a tight space. Fun to watch when you're going through a car wash too. If you watched the video this far, you're probably wondering about the fuel consumption figures in the real world. We clocked around 300 miles. I'm getting 20 in city and averaging 30 on the freeway. Pretty close to the 2232 on the EPA sticker. Not much better than what you get off a comparable V6, but then again it has the performance of a V6 pretty much, so I'm not complaining. Watch that door. Boom! The base price of the Kia Optima runs around $22,000. I've seen the year-end sales where they've dropped the base cars down to around $17,000. However, this wasn't the case here. This was loaded up with all the goodies and was $35,000. The $22,000 to $35,000 price range is about the same you would get in a Honda Accord or Toyota Camry. So I think we're in the ballpark here, although Kia does discount more. So aside from the 3 complaints I had, which are minor in nature, this is an excellent car, and certainly worthy if you're looking for a vehicle in this price range. And don't forget the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty Kia offers too. Now we'll get back to the 2016 Toyota Camry. Styling-wise, it's not the most attention-getting design I've ever seen. Doesn't bring too much attention on the street anyway. Most people don't buy these for style anyway. They buy them because the Camry seems to run forever without repair issues. The base Camry runs around $23,000 with the 4-cylinder engine. We had the XSE, which is top of the line, loaded up with everything, so we hit $35,000. The base engine is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder putting out 178 horsepower at 25 to 35 mpg. This is the upgraded 3.5 liter V6 putting out 268 horsepower, rated at 21 to 31 mpg and hooked to a 6-speed automatic transmission. The upgraded XSE comes with high output headlights. We're going to take these out this evening and see how they work. So now that the sun's gone down, we'll take the Camry headlights out and see how they perform. Here we have high beams from a distance of 100 feet. Plenty of light here. Go to low beam, medium cutoff, no issues. With the high beams on, we're lighting up a building 300 feet away. Certainly more than adequate. The low beams reach out as well, so I'd say we passed the headlight test. Now we'll take a visit to the cabin, which is nice and modern looking. Plenty of room for 2 full-size adults in the second row seating. 15.5 cubic feet room in the trunk, quite large, and we do get a spare tire under there. We get a nice gauge cluster, paddle shifters on the steering wheel. The climate control system is very simple, easy to use. The sound system and navigation simple to use as well. A nice large glove box. Another storage container. Lots of room in the center console. The sun visors do not slide back, but for what it's worth, you get this little plastic piece that slides back, which is better than nothing. Overall, this is a nice interior. The only complaint I had is some of this plastic looks kind of flimsy. But that's just the way it is. The XV6 certainly has enough power, 0 to 60 in approximately 6.5 seconds. Nice brakes too. Last year I drove 2 Camrys, one with the base suspension which was too soft and one with the sport suspension which was too rough. This one has the sport suspension, but it's a lot more smoother in the ride department. Obviously they've been doing some tuning here. Okay, 34-minute highway trip averaging around 28.2 mpg at 70 miles per hour. I think that's the best fuel economy we're going to see. I've been driving this vehicle for a week now, so let's review the pros and the cons. On the negative side, I don't like these rocker panels under the door, way too wide. rub your pants leg on it, get dirt on you. Not much you can do about that except keep it clean. On the positive side, I cannot complain about this V6 engine. Plenty of power, 0 to 60 in pretty close to 6 seconds. Fuel economy running 20 to 28 mpg. Can't complain about that. And overall, the steering feel, ride comfort, and cornerability has improved over previous models I've had, so somebody did some tweaking at the factory, and it certainly worked. The 2016 Toyota Camry is nothing fancy, but if you're looking for good, solid, reliable transportation for your daily driver, it's definitely worth checking out.